like rocket fuel.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throwing in on 2nd down. Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Block on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 72 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Luck throwing again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The 2nd quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They'll run with Samuels. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. And now it's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. Rogers brings it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third and 2. Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Now it's Luck. Complete to Hilton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing again is Luck. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Luck now to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Samuels. He's going to have the first down past the 20. There he goes left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much salted away, but instead of that, they throw it. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward handshakes coming up.
Yeah, this could be one of those. Yeah, nice game, buddy.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure.
Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So